If you're enjoying these conversations, please check out another Beyond the Mic episode to find more actors, artists, and people you need to know. We'd also appreciate a like and subscribe on the Good Pods app.
Beyond the Mic with Sean Dillon.
We're joined on the Starline by a college professor who became Speaker of the United States House of Representatives, Chairman of Gingrich 360, and author of his latest book, March to the Majority. We welcome former Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich.
It's great to talk to you.
Newt, let's go beyond the mic. March to the Majority isn't a memoir, but an examination of history. What are your thoughts now on your dissertation in Belgian Education Policy in the Congo?
Well, it actually taught me a great deal, because it turns out bureaucrats can't learn. I spent a year in Brussels working at the Bibliothèque Albert, and the bureaucrats in Brussels had a perfect plan for the Congo to become independent in 2100. Their problem was that there were riots in 1958, and the Belgian political system said, we're out, we're gone, goodbye, you had 18 months. So they had one college graduate in the whole country, and they had just failed totally, and they were just it really taught me a lot about coming to Washington, because they were just totally out of touch with reality. They lived in their little bureaucratic spaces, and they drank their nice Belgian beer, and they thought they would make wise decisions over the long run. It used to be said that back when Zimbabwe was called Rhodesia and was a British colony, that African engineers would drive the British train up to the border where white Belgians would take over, because they had not prepared anybody to run the country. And it was a great case. It wasn't so much a study about the Congo itself as it was a study about the failure of bureaucracy. And I can tell you, whether it's the Defense Department or the Labor Department or the Education Department, all of them are just riddled with bureaucrats who don't know what they're doing.
How would your life have changed had you been given tenure?
Well, I made the decision. Actually, it was really interesting. I sat one afternoon. The dissertation was good enough, I guess, that Boston University Press, which was then the leading publisher of African studies, sent me a letter and said, we're interested in publishing your book. And I literally sat one afternoon and held my dissertation and looked at it, and I thought, okay, I can write a book and I can almost certainly get tenure, or I can campaign for Congress, but I don't have enough time to do both. And it was one of those decisive turning points. I put my dissertation away, wrote them a nice note saying thank you, and began running.
Quote, you could not do anything big or important without first learning a lot of facts, unquote, you said, growing up. What's the most important fact in your life right now?
Well, the most important fact is probably my wife, Calista. But I think over my lifetime, the most important fact is the importance of persistence. That whatever you do, you just have to work at it and work at it and work at it. But that may be because I'm not very smart. I don't pick things up quickly.
Newt Gingrich joins us beyond the mic for the Rockin Aid. This is 8 random questions. Answer with the first thing that comes to your mind. There is no pressure, sir. What's your best score in a round of golf?
49 and for 9 holes.
That's about mine. How about your favorite dinosaur?
Probably a triceratops.
You've written on the Civil War. Other than Gettysburg, which battle fascinates you?
The wilderness.
Favorite flavor of ice cream?
Pistachio.
What's the best thing about your daughters, Kathy and Jackie?
The best thing?
Yep.
That they're wonderful. They're smart. They are engaging. And I just get happy around them.
How strict as a dad were you to them?
Oh, their mother was much stricter than I was. I'm a softie. I'm the kind of father that the daughters just wrapped around their finger.
It's a good feeling being a girl dad.
That's exactly right.
Sir, will we have to fight another war in the next 10 years?
Probably. It's the nature of the world.
Which former United States House member did you have the best relationship with behind the scenes?
Bob Walker of Pennsylvania.
It's time for the back half with Newt Gingrich beyond the mic. One of your key principles at Gingrich 360 is importing knowledge and exporting work. What is the one piece of work that you find hard for you to let go personally?
Writing. I like to write my own material. it makes me a little nervous to have other people do drafts for me.
Why should people read March to the Majority?
Because it is a practical guide to how today you can grow a big majority and how you can then use that majority to actually change Washington. It's really about today. It just uses history as a place to learn.
Washington is so full of bureaucrats. Can we change it? Can we make it better?
Yes. And look, the American experience is that we can do virtually anything once we decide to do it. And I have no doubt that over the next 20 years, we will dramatically change Washington.
It's time for One Big Question with author of March to the Majority, Newt Gingrich, beyond the mic. With both parties moving from the middle and compromise, how does America come back together as one?
Pick really, really big issues where you have overwhelming margins. For example, 84% of the country favors parents having rights. About 80% of the country favors work if you get money from the government. 92% of the country favors Reverend Martin Luther King Jr.'s formula of the content of your character, not the color of your skin. You could build a really big majority if you were disciplined and emphasized those kind of issues.
His best game of golf was a 49, loves pistachio ice cream, and wants you to read March to the Majority. Former Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today.
Great to be with you.
And that, my friends, is a Beyond the Mic shortcut.